The Blind Men and the Elephant by J.G. Sachs. Spring, Semester 1, English. Now here you can see the picture of John G. Sachs. His period was from 1816 to 1887. Now this Blind Man and the Elephant is a parable which has been converted into the poem. It was 6 men of Hindustan, to learning much inclined, who went to see the elephant, though all of them were blind, that each by observation might satisfy his mind. So here the author is saying that there were 6 men who were from Hindustan. Hindustan means it is an ancient India subcontinent. To learning much inclined. They were learning by leaning towards this elephant. Though all of them were blind, they were all blind. They were wanting to know about this particular elephant, how it is and how it looks. Just by their touch, they wanted to understand something about this elephant, that each by observation might satisfy his mind. So they want to just satisfy their mind by their own observation and by own touch and feel what this animal was about and how it looked. The first approached the elephant, and happening to fall against his broad and sturdy side, at once began to bawl, "God bless me, but the elephant is very like a wall." Now here in the first part, the first person he approached the elephant and he happened to fall beside this elephant against his broad and sturdy side. Sturdy side means a strong built body. At once began to bawl. Bawl means here cry loudly. "God bless me, but the elephant is very like a wall." So he said that elephant seems as if it was just like a wall because he had fallen down by dashing on it. The second, feeling of the tusk, cried, "Oh, what have we here? So very round and smooth and sharp. To me it's very clear this wonder of an elephant is very like a spear." So now here the second blind man, he had a feeling of the tusk. Tusk means the tooth of an elephant. And he cried that, "What have we here?" So what was that? "So very round, it is just very round, smooth and very sharp. And it is clear for me that this wonderful elephant is like a spear." The third approached the animal, and happening to take the screaming trunk within his hand, thus boldly up he spoke, "I see," quoth he, "the elephant is very like a snake." Now when the third man approached the elephant and happened to take his wriggling trunk. Scribbling means wriggling trunk on his hand, and he boldly spoke. What he spoke? That it seems that the elephant is just like a snake. The fourth reached out an eager hand and felt about the knee. "What moves this wondrous beast is like, his mighty plain," quoth he. "It's clear enough the elephant is very like a tree." So now the fourth man took his eager hand and he fell about the knees, and he found this particular beast most wondrous. Wondrous means causing wonder or amazement. "Is mighty plain," quoth he. "It's great and it is huge," he said, "and it's clear enough the elephant is like a tree." Now what he felt the elephant to be like a tree. The fifth who chanced to touch the ear said, even the blindest man can tell what this resemble most. Deny the fact who can. This marvel of an elephant is very like a fan. Now, the fifth blind man, he touched the ear of an elephant and he said that even the blindest man can tell that this particular creature resembles what? Resemble the fan. And nobody can deny the fact that it is just like a fan. Resembles here means look like. The sixth no sooner had begun about the beast to group, then seized on the swinging tail that fell with his scoop. I see, quoth he, the elephant is very like a rope. Now the sixth man, he just touched the beast. His group means to feel with hand as if you are blind. And then seized on the swinging tail. He just stopped to the swinging tail, near the swinging tail, then fell with his scoop. Scoop means reach. I see, quoth he. Quoth he means said he, the elephant is very like a rope, as it just touched the tail of an elephant. So he felt as if the elephant is just like a rope. And so these men of Hindustan disputed loud and long, each in his own opinion, exceeding stiff and strong, though each was partly in the right and all were in the wrong. And these blind men, they just fought with each other for a long. They had an argument, and it lasted for a long time, as each had their own opinion. One thought that it is a wall, other the spear, next the snake and the tree, then the fan, and then the rope. So all were, though they were partly right, the author says they were partly right because as they were blind, they were not able to see the creature. So as they touched it, they had the opinion according to that. Exceeding stiff and strong means they had extremely means which going beyond a strong argument that what they have assumed is right, though each was partly right and all were in wrong. So as they were partly right because they had not seen this creature, but they were all wrong because actually it was a huge elephant, not the things what they have assumed. Now author also gives the moral of the story. So often in theologic war, the disputants I ween rail on in utter ignorance of what each other mean, and prate about an elephant not one of them has seen. Now the moral of the poem is that the story of the blind man and the elephant tells us about the reality of life and also about the basic problems that we all have. It tells about the individual truth, may be partially true, but it is not the ultimate truth. And here story also says that there might be some fact to what somebody says. We might not agree with it at first because we have our own reasons, but what we think might not be the absolute truth. Coming to the meaning of the lesson, the blind man and the elephant. Inclined, leaning towards observation, the act of closely watching, sturdy, strong built, squirming, wriggling, spake, old English of spoke, wondrous, amazing, resemble, look like, scope, reach, disputed, argued, exceeding, extremely, bowl, cry, group, to feel with hands. Now the question answers of blind man and the elephant. Now first coming to the exercises, explain these lines. to leaning much inclined. It means studying by leaning or towards something. That each by observation might satisfy his mind. It means that each blind by their close observation wanted to understand the shape of an elephant and wanted to take an idea of what it was like. Next is disputed loud and long. All the blind men had their own perception about the elephant and they argued for long for their right. Each, in his own opinion, exceeded stiff and strong. Each of the blind men had their own opinion about this strong elephant and they finally believed what they assumed. Now, coming to the question number 1, what did the first blind man think the elephant was? The first blind man thought the elephant was like a wall. Did the second man agree what was his idea of the elephant? No, the second man did not agree. He thought the elephant was like a spear. What did the third man touch and what did he say? The third man touched the elephant's trunk and took the wriggling trunk of the elephant and answered that it was like a snake. Now, coming to the fourth question, the fourth touched the elephant's knee. What was his comment? The fourth man touched the elephant's knee and said, "It is an amazing beast and it is mighty plain and it is just like a tree." The fifth man thought the elephant was like a fan. Why? The fifth man chanced to touch the ear of an elephant and said it resembled the fan. The sixth man compared the elephant to a rope. Why? The sixth man compared the elephant to a rope because he touched the tail of the elephant and assumed it to be a rope. Now, coming to the seventh question, would you agree with the poet when he says that all the men were wrong and yet they were also right? And how would you explain that? I would agree with the poet when he says that all the men were wrong and yet they were also right because they had touched the different parts of an elephant, not the complete elephant as a whole. They had assumed in their own way the shape of an elephant. Now that was the end of the lesson. Thank you.